Good morning, friends. The birthday of Albert Einstein is on the 14th day of March. Einstein was a German-born theoretical physicist. He is widely held as one of the greatest and most influential scientists of all time. His period is between 1879 and 1955. Albert Einstein was born in Ulm to Jewish parents, Hermann Einstein and Pauline Koch. Einstein was married to Maric. Albert Einstein is best known for developing the theory of relativity. He made important contributions to quantum mechanics. He was the central figure in the revolutionary reshaping of the scientific understanding of nature. This is what modern physics accomplished in the first decades of the 20th century. Albert attended a Catholic elementary school in Munich. He excelled in physics and mathematics from an early age. He learned algebra, calculus, and Euclidean geometry when he was 12. At 13, Einstein's range of enthusiasm had broadened to include music and philosophy. He was introduced to Kant's critique of pure reason as well. While in Pavia, Italy, as a teenager, he wrote an essay titled On the Investigation of the State of the Ether in a Magnetic Field. He discovered an original proof of the Pythagorean theorem. Einstein felt confident that nature could be understood as a mathematical structure. His family tutor could not catch up with his mathematical genius. In 1895, Einstein graduated and did PhD from Zurich, Switzerland. The PhD dissertation of Albert Einstein was a new determination of molecular dimensions. Thereafter, he joined the Prussian Academy of Sciences and the Humboldt University of Berlin. Einstein published 4 groundbreaking papers in 1905. These papers outlined a theory of the photoelectric effect, explained Brownian motion, introduced his special theory of relativity, and the equivalence of mass and energy. These papers celebrated 1905 as Annus Mirabilis for physics. In 1915, he incorporated gravitation to the general theory of relativity. The most notable was his work on the quantum physics of radiation, in which light consists of particles subsequently called photons. Albert Einstein was awarded the 1921 Nobel Prize in Physics for his services to theoretical physics and especially for his discovery of the law of the photoelectric effect. Einstein received numerous awards and honors too. His mass-energy equivalence formula E is equal to mc squared arises from the theory of relativity. This has been called the most famous equation of the world as well. Einstein's intellectual achievements and originality have made him a genius. His work had great influence on the philosophy of science. In 1999 poll of 130 leading physicists worldwide by the British journal Physics World, Einstein was ranked the greatest physicist of all time. In 1907, Einstein reached a milestone on his long journey from his special theory of relativity to a new idea of gravitation. In 1919, the leading British newspaper, The Times, printed a banner headline that read, "Revolution in Science, New Theory of the Universe, Newtonian Ideas Overthrown." Einstein became perhaps the first celebrity scientist of the world, a genius who had shattered the paradigm that had been basic to the understanding of the universe by the physicists since the 17th century. Nicholas Murray Butler, the president of the Columbia University, described Einstein as the ruling monarch of the mind. Einstein visited and lived in several countries. He became a member of several world-level organizations as well as national academies of sciences. He was an esteemed guest of very many international dignitaries. He was widely acclaimed for his original contributions as a genius scientist and intellectual. Einstein was described a citizen of the world by Locker Lamson in his speech. Einstein was a pacifist and was happy to meet Charlie Chaplin, another pacifist. Chaplin said Einstein's outward persona, calm and gentle, seemed to conceal a highly emotional temperament from which came his extraordinary intellectual energy. Einstein was deeply impressed by Mahatma Gandhi, with whom he corresponded. He described Gandhi as the role model for the generations to come. Einstein and Gandhi were unable to meet as they had hoped. The direct connection between them was established through Wilfred Israel. In 1918, Einstein was one of the signatories of the founding proclamation of the German Democratic Party, a liberal party. Later in his life, Einstein's political view was in favor of socialism and critical of capitalism. Einstein strongly advocated the idea of a democratical global government that would check the power of nation-states in the framework of a world federation. Einstein expounded his spiritual outlook in a wide array of writings and interviews. He called pantheistic idea of God as impersonal and personal idea of God as naive. He called himself an agnostic or a deeply religious non-believer. He did not believe in life after death as well. He considered the word God as a product of human weaknesses. He held Scripture as a collection of honorable but primitive and childish legends. Religion is an incarnation of the most childish superstitions too. Einstein was a figurehead leader in the establishment of the Hebrew University of Jerusalem, which opened in 1925. He was associated with the first Humanist Society of New York of the Rationalist Association, which publishes New Humanist in Britain. For the 75th anniversary of the New York Society for Ethical Culture, he observed, "Without ethical culture, there is no salvation for humanity." Einstein developed an appreciation for music at an early age. He wrote, "If I were not a physicist, I would probably be a musician. I often think in music. I live my daydreams in music. I see my life in terms of music. I get most joy in life out of music." Towards the end of his life, Einstein experienced internal bleeding. But he refused surgery, saying, "I want to go when I want. It is tasteless to prolong life artificially. I have done my share. It's time to go. I will do it elegantly." He died in the Princeton Hospital early the next morning at the age of 76, having continued to work until near the end. He was widely recognized and admired by one and all. Einstein published hundreds of books and articles. He published more than 300 scientific papers and 150 non-scientific ones. Einstein's papers comprised more than 30,000 unique documents. Einstein's intellectual achievements and originality have made the word Einstein synonymous with genius. Einstein was an inventor too. He co-invented a refrigerator along with his former student Leo Szilard. This absorption refrigerator was then revolutionary for having no moving parts and using only heat as an input. Einstein also invented an electromagnetic pump, sound reproduction device, and several other household devices. Einstein has been the subject of or inspiration for many novels, films, plays, and works of music. Alaska and New Zealand have named their mountains Mount Einstein. His expressive face and distinctive hairstyle have been widely copied and exaggerated too. On the occasion of Albert Einstein birthday 2024, on behalf of Institute of Harmony and Peace Studies, New Delhi, I wish to make an appeal to my fellow citizens in India and of the world society. Let us draw profuse inspiration from Albert Einstein, the great scientist and intellectual, and awaken in us an innovative and thinking mindset in view of the well-being of the larger society. Hail the genius scientist Albert Einstein. Thank you.